Good day. It's my pleasure to present an article entitled IT Slang, Development of Telegram Chatbot. This research is an interdisciplinary work and was carried out by a team from Lviv Polytechnic National University, namely Anastasiia Medvedyk, Mykola Lohoida, Zoriana Rybchak, and Olha Kulyna. We intended to cover the following notions in today's agenda: background information, research methods, discussions, results, and conclusions. Let me start by giving you some background information. Computer slang gives specialists in the field the sense of belonging to a close society and acts as a basic form of communication. The advent of computer technology and its impact on modern society caused this language phenomena. As a result, both IT employees and people outside computer field use computer slang. We would like to turn our attention to important and relevant studies used in the research. So the first is works on IT slang by Ukrainian scholars. So here we would like to mention Shur, Lenik, Navrovska, Kovalchuk, Yaroshchuk, and second, works on IT slang by foreign scholars, namely Coleman and John Rigton, and as well as works on chatbot technologies. So here we mention such authors as Gascairo, Memino, Watzheiner, House, Membry, Planch, and Wohra. IT slang is extremely popular among programmers, developers, web designers, and other IT specialists in Ukraine. There is lack of research on Ukrainian IT slang, and this industry to some extent is rather new for our country, and new slangs have been coining constantly. Therefore, the Ukrainian IT market is full of slang terms that are incomprehensible to majority of people, especially those who do not speak English. In view of this research will contribute to the study of Ukrainian IT slang with an aim to develop a Telegram chatbot. Let's move on to the research methods. Fuzzy matching and spaCy have been implemented when developing the chatbot. The aim is to provide an effective execution and perform language processing. Fuzzy matching is a technique that identifies two elements of text, strings or entries. The condition is that they are approximately similar, but not exactly the same. This technique is used in computer-assisted translation as a special case of a record linkage. In order to find correlations between segments, both text and entries, in a database of an earlier translation. spaCy is an open source software library which can support natural language processing tasks. They include tokenization, part of speech tagging, named entity recognition, text classification, lemmatization, and dependency parsing. Natural language processing is becoming very popular nowadays as it ensures with the easier interaction with machines compared to the communication with people. The chatbot is creating using a cross-platform Node.js and an open source platform MongoDB. Node.js is used to create services that require constant exchange of data with the user. It is cross-platform, which allows JavaScript code to be run outside any browser. JavaScript performs works on the client website and Node.js on the server, which allows the latter to create applications without the involvement of other programming languages. Node.js has got some essential features, works with internal libraries, runs commands in JavaScript code, as well as is used as a web server. Another great advantage of Node.js is a parallel execution of code, which does not block the execution of other processes. At the same time, MongoDB is an open source cross-platform document-oriented database program that does not require a rigid, predefined schema. This allows MongoDB to run much faster, scale better, and allow applications to increase their performance. MongoDB supports the JavaScript object nomination file storage format, which effectively uses data with the complex structure. So now we would like to expand on the main functions of the program. And these functions are to search for a word, its meaning and translation, to classify IT slang by parts of speech, and to search for slang by categories. So in our case, we have three categories: noun, adjective, and verb. Chatbot has the following features. The first feature is Chatbot system works as an application. Only one user has access to it. The second feature is the chatbot can work on any gadget or device, provided that the mobile application, web version, or PC version of Telegram Messenger is installed. And the last one is the input data is a search slang selected or entered by the user. The output data is information on the interpretation and translation of a slang word. The significance of this is that Ukrainian is the host language of the chatbot, and the target audience is Ukrainian users. It generates communication in Ukrainian through text. It can review past interactions and frame new responses in context. So I would like to illustrate you by showing how to get started. The chatbot indicates a slang in Ukrainian, its English variant, a brief interpretation of the slang, and a translation if one is available for a particular word. This serves as a response to changing needs and rising expectations, reduce customer wait time, and provide immediate answer. It offers customers 24/7 support. The interaction is also easier because customers don't have to fill out forms or waste time searching for answers within the context. The sample includes 289 units. We also can use the search by category. To go to the category by part of speech, the user can click on function, view list of categories, then they can choose the category. We already mentioned that we have three categories: noun, adjective, and verb, and click back. This chatbot is decision tree hierarchies presented to the user in the form of buttons. It remains the automated phone menu which we interact on a daily basis and requires the user to make selections to find the ultimate answer. This process is shown in the figure on the screen. And now let's come to conclusions. In conclusion, let us sum up the main points. The chatbot was created using the Node.js platform, which executes JavaScript code, and the MongoDB, not rational documented database, which simplifies database management. The user can search for a word which is known, or there is another option. The user can choose one of the slang terms from the category, noun, adjective, or verb. The chatbot also provides the origin of the slang word, its definition, and translation. A software implementation of an IT slang chatbot can give the start to the development of new search engines for IT slang and the creation of electronic dictionary of IT slang. The bot will be useful for people who are interested in information technology, work in this field, and want to learn more slang terms and figure out their meaning. Although the chatbot covers only slang words selected for our sample, it can be complemented with new words in the future. Thank you very much for your attention.